Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss Shakespeare's the very famous sonnet, sonnet number 116. Like other sonnets, this sonnet too is dedicated to his friend, the Earl of Southampton, where he talks about his love. He says, some critics also say that this sonnet is also dedicated to the dark lady which he was in deep love with. Sonnet is basically a love poem, and it is always dedicated to some dear and near one. And in this sonnet he talks about what is true love. What is the constancy of love, and it does not fade out with the time passes. The sonnets here starts. Shakespearean sonnets are basically divided into three quatrains followed by a heroic couplet. In first four lines he says what love is not, and then he answers himself in the next quatrain what love actually is. He says, let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Let me not to the marriage of true minds. Means I do not accept any kind of hindrances in the union of two true lovers. Lovers, those who love each other in the utmost possible way. Their love is pious, chaste, and pure, platonic. It doesn't accept their physical existence, it is more than that. Which love is not love which alters when it alteration finds. The pure love, the true love does not change if it finds the room to change. It doesn't change with the time. It doesn't bend with something that it finds that he can bend with. Or bends with the remover to remove, and it also does not bend with the remover. Means it doesn't change. It does not deviate from its main course. He says, and then this is the second quatrain here starts. Oh no, it is never fixed Mars. In the first quatrain he said what actually the love is not. And here he says what actually the love is. He says love is like a north star that is fixed at one place. And not only fixed, it also guides so many others, wandering barks, the ships, the boats, those who are just wandering because of not knowing the right path while crossing the ocean, crossing the sea. He says love is basically, the true love is basically a guiding force that guides the people who are deviating, those who are in search of the right path. So love does that work. The true love does that work, that it shows you the right path to the astray people, that looks on tempest and is never shaken. Means North Star is fixed at one place and it sees so many tempests, so many storms, but in itself it is never shaken, it is never dwindling, it is always fixed at one place. He sees so many turbulences in his life, but it itself never loses its hope. It guides the people, it guides the society. It is a star to every wandering bark, and it does the work of like a guiding force, like a torch bearer to all others who are in search of the right path. Whose worth is unknown, although his height be taken. Even the worthiness of a fixed star is unknown to many of the people, but at least the people know about the height it possesses. Likewise, true love. The power, the importance of true love is not felt by everyone, but still the people know what actually the true love is. He again becomes very philosophical in the last quatrains. Love is not time's fool. The true love is not something that can be destroyed in the hands of the time. Time cannot kill the true love. Though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Yes, he says, physical love can weaken with the time passes. As he says, rosy lips and cheeks, they may come under the effect of the time, because he says, he has just used a very strong metaphor here. Bending skill, it's like a bending sickle, and everything that comes under it gets withered. But true love is something that cannot come under. Yes, physical love can weaken, it can fade out with the time, but true love is always constant. It is platonic, so that's why it doesn't fade out. It is always beyond the clutches of the time. Within his bending skills compass come, love alters not with his brief hours and weeks. The true love cannot be weakened by the months, by the years, by the decades and the centuries. It is always mature, and it becomes matured with the time continues. So he says, true love cannot fade out with the separation by the lovers, by the friends, if they are not physically in contact of each other. It is beyond the physical existence. The true love is the union of, it is the marriage of the hearts. And the last heroic couplet, it says, if this be error and upon me proved, and whatever I have said all by now, and if all these things are proved upon me, then I would say, I have never written any poem so far. No man ever loved, and nobody has loved anybody truly, if all these false assumptions are said to be proved upon me. So in such a way he finishes that. He says that true love is always beyond the sickle of the time, and true love always conquers the time. It cannot fade away with the time passes. So true love has a power to remain constant, to remain everlasting, and to remain perpetual in all the conditions, because it does not fade out with the time passes, and nothing can change it in no way. Thank you.